Hello BookTube, my name is Elizabeth and welcome to Book Babble. Please excuse my horribly bad hair day today. It's like, I got like the fro going on. Anyway, today we are going to be doing my weekly wrap-up and a small bit of a haul of the books that I bought this week. So let's get started. This week I read 3 books and a bookette. I don't know what you call it, but I'll show you. First, I finished reading The Dragonair by Cinda Williams Chima. I can't talk about this book because I'm going to be doing a full review on the whole series this week as soon as I am finished with the last book in this series. So just next, after The Dragonair, I read The Enchanter Heir by Cinda Williams Chima. Again, I'm not going to discuss these books because I'm going to be doing a full review on all 5 books in the series this week. After I got done with those, I decided to take a break, plus I got something really exciting in the mail from the library, so I decided to read Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them by Newt Scamander. But this is, obviously by J.K. Rowling. I'm going to do a short review on this book, but basically I loved it. I thought it was super, super interesting. The book is 42 pages, and there's like little writings in there because it's supposed to be Harry Potter's copy of Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. There was one thing that I didn't like about the book, and basically in the beginning there's this little section about Comic Relief UK written by J.K. Rowling, and basically what it says is that Comic Relief UK is like a fundraising group, which is totally cool, and all of the proceeds, or a lot of the proceeds from the sales of this book, went to Comic Relief UK, and I think that's awesome. And my problem wasn't with this note from J.K. Rowling. It says right here, special edition with a foreword by Albus Dumbledore. So the book starts and you flip through and you get to the foreword. You have an about the author section, you have the foreword that's written by Albus Dumbledore. It basically says that Muggles have a fundraising thing called Comic Relief UK, and it talks about it and how the proceeds of the sales of this book were going to go to Comic Relief UK, and it basically says at the end, just so you know, Muggles, everything from here on out is fake and it's not real. And I mean, I don't know, I didn't like the foreword by Albus Dumbledore. The beginning was great. It talked about Newt Scamander, and it talked about that it's the 57th edition, or the 52nd edition of the book, and I don't know, it just seemed very genuine. It seemed like an actual book that someone would have it at Hogwarts. But then it started getting into all this Muggle stuff. It was just very weird, and I think it kind of like ruined the premise of the book, kind of ruined the magic, I guess you could say. So that was the only thing I didn't like. Everything else I loved about the book. And one thing I really loved about the book is in the beginning it has like an introduction about the book, and it basically states like, how do you differentiate in the magical world, how do you differentiate between a being and a beast, and the way that they explain that I thought was really super interesting. If you guys didn't know, of course a lot of you do, that the Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find the movie, I think they're doing like 3 movies of it, is coming out in a couple of years, so that's why I decided to pick this up. I loved it. I thought it was super duper interesting. I got it at my library, so I don't know how much this book costs originally, but I think it would be like a super cool book just to pick up. So the book that I am reading right now is My True Love Gave to Me, 12 Holiday Stories, edited by Stephanie Perkins. I'm a little over halfway through. I am loving it. I'm also going to be doing a full and complete review on this book, so I don't want to talk a lot about it. It's just awesome. I mean, you guys can basically see how many amazing authors are in this book. I mean, the majority of the stories I've loved so far, but I'm going to go in more depth in that when I do my complete unspoilery review here, probably in the next couple of days. So stay tuned for that. let me just go through the 4 books that I got this week. First, I got A Time for Courage, The Suffragette Diary of Kathleen Bowen, Washington, D.C., 1917. This is a Dear America, and they have like a whole series of these middle grade stories. I'm a history major, and I loved reading these when I was a kid. It probably really got me started on my love of history. I just really enjoyed these books, and now I'm trying to collect the entire series. They're just so well made, and they all come with this bookmark in there. I love them, and I've got several of the books, but every single time I see one at like a used bookstore or a thrift store, I always pick it up because they're usually cheap, and I'm trying to collect the whole series. These are awesome books. I love them. Then I've got Mockingjay. I saw this awesome like brand new copy at the Goodwill, and so I picked it up. It was like $1. I've read the whole series. I rented it from the library when I read the series, and I was gonna reread the series before the movie comes out. I'm actually probably just gonna reread the 3rd book because I just recently read the whole series. So I went ahead and picked this up. Then my friend is moving out, and her mom was like a book hoarder like I am, and unfortunately she passed away about 2 years ago, and she hadn't had a chance to go through all of her mom's books. But now that she is moving into a smaller apartment, it was kind of like, I need people to come and pick up these books. So I went over to her house. I've been over there helping her move like 3 or 4 times in the past couple weeks. Every single time I go back, I find a new book that I want, and this was no exception. She has J.R.R. Tolkien, Unfinished Tales of Numenor and Middle-earth. I don't know what this is. Obviously, it's like a Lord of the Rings type thing, but I don't know. It says edited with introduction, commentary, index, and maps by Christopher Tolkien, who I know is J.R.R. Tolkien's son. If you guys know anything about this book, I would love to know. I gotta do some more research. Maybe it's like prequel novels or prequel stories. I'm not sure, but it's in like perfect condition. So I decided to pick that up and take a little bit of the strain off my friends moving. And last but not least, I had an author send me one of his books in exchange for an honest review, and that is Into the Snow, The Testimony and Last Will of Jedediah P. Carpenter by John Irwin. And this is a historical fiction novel. I'm not exactly sure exactly what it's about, but I know it's a historical fiction novel. It looks super good. I've skimmed through it. It's only 101 pages, so this is going to be a super easy read. I don't want to tell you guys exactly because I don't want to give you the wrong idea because I don't really know what it's about, but I'm definitely going to be doing a full review on this book as soon as I'm done reading it, which should be in the next month or so, so definitely stay tuned for that. If you are interested in checking this book out, I will link the Goodreads, Amazon page, all of the information down in the doobly-doo. Thank you guys so much for coming to my weekly wrap-up. Do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!